Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. Now, I know I've been slacking on the match footage as of late, and I'm here to rectify that with some October match footage. There's been reasons for that. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. The other day, we released a cool video of this little electronic level from Shooters Global, and it must have done so well, and you liked the video and you visited the website, that they're all sold out. So hopefully those come back in stock. But if you didn't see that video, it's the previous video on this channel. Really cool piece of kit that I'll be using in future competitions going forward. And I will try and post like a community note or something, or even make maybe a short video if I do see that they are back in stock. So stay tuned for that. It's a great reason to be subscribed to this channel with notifications enabled. But yes, I've been slacking on the match footage, and there's some reason for that. I've been very busy, and there's some interesting things going on with the channel. And we're going to bring more content and reach a wider audience because let's take a look at the scores from the match, which I did horribly at, did not even break the top 10. And there's an interesting thing next to my name. So you'll notice that the division is not open class, not base class, but it is AR class, which means I've been shooting an AR-15 at these matches and just destroying targets. No, I'm just kidding. AR stands for air rifle. That's right. I have made the plunge, I've dipped my toe in the water, and I've been sucked in to the world of air rifles. Lots of interesting things, quirks that you don't really think about when it comes to conventional firearms. But yeah, it's been a doozy. Obviously didn't do well, but I learned a lot. And it was important that I shot my air rifle at this match because I have a much bigger match coming up that's already happened. I'll talk about it at the end of the video, and there'll be coverage of that coming up in future videos, but I wanted to try and see what was going on to get things dialed in. Obviously did not get things dialed in at the match, but shortly after I learned what I needed to learn so that I could make the adjustments. Spent a couple days at the range, got things tuned in, and was able to take that to a much bigger match. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. We'll talk about that in the future and at the end of this video. But yes, air rifles. I'm shooting the FX Panthera. I know there's the FX DRS that's out, but I went with the Panthera. There'll be plenty of videos covering the rifle. For now, we're just going to kind of watch how I miserably fail at some of these stages when I don't know what I'm doing. My journey into the competitive air rifle world is made possible by Airguns and Optics in Mesa, Arizona. Check them out online for all your airgun needs. So first stage of the day was actually a bonus stage that I wrote for the club. I kind of co-match direct this match at Phoenix Rod and Gun Club. So if you're in the area, come out for Sunday of the month. It's a lot of fun. And it was a Halloween kind of themed match. The other match director, John, has some cool targets from Atlas Targets Works. They're Halloween themed. We've got ghosts, we've got witches, we got werewolves, and we got pumpkins. And selfishly, this kind of stage was designed to prepare me for another match. So apologies to everyone who attended this match because it was a difficult stage and it was not really well received because I threw, a wrench into the works by making people shoot off of shooting sticks, which none of us really have experience with, and they're actually outlawed in the normal NRL 22 course of fire. So I needed to practice shooting sticks, so I put it in the match. And it was just a simple target engagement. It was 6 banks of 2 targets, near to far, large target on the bottom, small target on the top, so 12-round stage. And but I think it was, the sitting on a stool and using shooting sticks instead of some sort of bag support off a prop really threw people for a loop. Weren't the most stable shooting sticks, especially with our heavy rifles. But I was able to walk away with a 7 out of 12 on this stage and learn some valuable things of what I needed to practice for a different match coming up. Let's check it out.
First one.
Ready.
Stand by.
Impact. 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 Impact.
Figure out where target.
Impact.
Well, actually, he shoots like 30. You got it.
Impact.
Nice job, buddy.
what kind of smelting process they did on them.
Impact.
Too much zoom.
Impact.
Time. I give you that.
Impact. No impact.
That was a long time after the beat. Oh, Jacob.
Impact.
Roll.
A lot of dog time. In dog seconds, that was like not even a second.
All right.
Dog seconds was like maybe a second. But I'm right on the beat.
Not sure.
Yes.
So the only restriction on this one is my break.
Back to regularly scheduled programming, the official NRL22 course of fire, Stage 1, all tricks, no treats. This was the ladder with the optional tripod rear support. As I went over in my strategy videos, tripod support is definitely going to make you way more stable. And tried for the small target. That didn't really work out. Went to the large target, made some hits, and decided to go back to the small target. Didn't work out again. Back to the large target. So really trying to still figure out my rifle. But tripod rear, started at the bottom, and then worked my way up because it was easier to pull the tripod towards me, as I discussed in my strategy video. And I thought the fundamentals and the positioning and getting in and out of the different rungs of the ladder was pretty sound. I just wasn't able to connect with the target.
Stand by.
Right now.
Small target. Small target.
I'm telling you, it's a thing. Yeah. I wish they would. Impact.
Yeah.
Going for the small.
Squad.
Five.
Okay. Correct?
What?
That's what I said.
120.
Large.
For large. Hey,
Impact large.
We got a spotter, gentlemen.
Impact large.
And what's your powder charge? It's pretty easy to figure it out.
There's 8,000 grains in a
Keg is 8 pounds. 7,000 grains. 56 pounds.
Impact large.
small.
The powder you're using for small.
Normally
Just figure it out.
Welcome to my world.
That you won't go over that. You'll have more.
Back to large.
large.
Ready.
2,434.
Shooter ready. Stand by. Engage shooters.
Time.
Stage 2 was Squad Ghouls. This was the 55-gallon barrel and the 5-gallon barrel stage. You had to move between the two. Off of one, you had to engage the KOL rack. Off the other, you had to engage the far target. I did discuss in my strategy video, because you can't use bipods in this stage, it's a restriction. So I talked about using 2 bags. However, with my air rifle, the sort of positioning of the bags would be too far apart because the fore end and then the back, and it's all kinds of crazy stuff. The rifle's crazy long, and it wouldn't have worked out. So I went with the 1 bag solution, which is probably what most people did anyway. I did still use that large pump pillow on the 5-gallon drum to give me rear support. It worked out decently. Missed a few shots here and there, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yes. Stand by.
Went on to Arctic and
Makes it nice when it swings that direction, huh?
Motherfucker.
It did the same thing to me.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how you pull that shit out of your ass.
My rifle didn't dial, and my rifle.
So it wasn't maxed out on the weight.
Impact. I think we'll give it to him.
Yeah, that one.
The air going by moved it. It wasn't the hit. Yeah, very, I mean, I never seen it as that hit. Impact. Re-engage. Yeah. Impact. About 20 seconds.
Good price for this. I like the handle.
Stage 3 was come Halloween, it's crunch time. This is a prone stage, so pretty simple, straightforward. However, there was a support side component. So 4 shots, strong side, 4 shots, support side, 4 shots, strong side. This was the bonus stage. So in my video, my strategy video, I talked about how you can go fast and different techniques. One thing I learned very quickly about air rifles is that when you fire, you need to wait for the rifle to kind of recharge, for the plenum to fill with air so you get the same amount of air going through for the next shot. So you have to kind of slow down, take your time. Interesting things that you don't think about when it comes to conventional firearms. And if you listen closely, the trigger cam has a microphone on it. You can almost hear the rifle like breathing as it sucks more air in. It's actually kind of cool. So pay attention to that. I thought it was interesting. Didn't do too poorly on this stage. And, you know, again, that sound fundamental of kind of like getting everything lined up for your support side target before you switch over with your other eye. That worked out great. And yeah, wasn't actually able to go as fast as I wanted to because of the nuances of air rifles, which we'll get to in future videos. But for now, let's check out how I did on this stage.
I think I was hitting the post,
I won't
so
win.
the round was in the wall.
But I don't know if that's what
Like a hard case of that.
Somebody glass?
Spotter up is technically I can shoot.
My low.
Shooting photonics, my 22, impact then I have a break. Impact! If I shoot the gold ammo, it's like 14. Impact! Yeah. And so my way faster, even without.
Yeah, the only problem is the tink at the end.
Impact!
No.
Impact!
Oh.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
Trick is just don't hit the target.
Impact!
Well, I can't.
Impact!
You're skirting all around that one.
Just turn on the air compressor. Don't be a bitch.
What?
Just turn on the air compressor.
Impact!
Yeah, my bullet stuff right now is a 4x8 sheet of steel.
Impact! I'm not saying that I'm just not saying I do that. Impact!
I do hunt in my backyard. I have that.
Yeah.
Problem is, I'm hunting within a quarter mile of a house.
What?
And the guy across the street is a former game warden.
Oh shit.
Who happens to like all the rabbits that run around our little addition. And I happen to despise them because they
Stage 4, how you doing? And this is the rooftop stage. We have sort of a troop line of targets. We have 6 targets, and we're double tapping each as we go along. And this is kind of where things fell apart, if they haven't already. If you haven't been paying attention, been a pretty bad day so far. But things really fell apart here, and I finally was figuring out kind of where my dope needed to be. The air rifle itself, you know, rimfire ammunition usually goes between, you know, 1050 to 1100 feet per second, somewhere in there. Most people are right around like 1080 feet per second. I'm shooting slugs and in my air rifle, and they're going about 920 feet per second. and obviously put everything to my Kestrel, but I didn't really true up my data and do sort of like a BC truing and velocity truing and all that kind of stuff, and kind of figured out through all my misses on this stage that I was shooting way low and a little bit off to one side, and that could have been wind, but definitely my elevation was wrong when it came to some of my dope. So I spent the next week truing all my data at the range, and I'll discuss that in future videos and actually bring you along for a truing video, which will apply to both air rifle and rimfire, how you true your data so that you make sure all your elevation is correct. So kind of figured out towards the end there, but that was a pretty hairy stage. Felt comfortable on the rooftop, and my 2-bag solution, 1 bag in the front, rear support, felt really good. Just was not able to make hits until the very end. I started kind of figuring it out.
Stand by. Oh, I did too. Yeah, if I did it, I want to hold this.
Well, there you do have to worry about prayer line.
What's going on, man?
So, I guess were you adjusting? I adjusted in the last one.
I was like, because I didn't notice it until you were right here. I'm like, how did you get one? You can shoot one fucking dope the whole stage?
Who's next? No, I just adjusted back 5 years. Yeah.
I think you're off right, sir.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I think you're off just right. Just next one to tell. It's huge.
They'll come up with this shit. These unstable props and stuff.
Back, right edge.
You're not going to see it. I like to know for the prop manager.
Back,
I'm the last one who should ever say anything about that.
back, right edge again.
Come on, man.
Last stage, stage 5. Now that's Deadication. This is the pyramid stage, 1 target. Okay, and so I took what I learned from the previous stage, and I was like, okay, let's figure this out, and kind of did some rough truing in my Kestrel, got my dope for the 76-yard target, and it was only 1 target, so I wasn't fiddling with dialing or just needed to know my dope for that 1 target, and was able to kind of piece that together from all the misses on the last stage, and was able to connect much more on this stage. So much more promising stage here. Pulled a couple shots, not used to this trigger as much as my other triggers, which are way lighter on my competition rimfire rifles. But again, got in position, used gravity top to bottom, and was able to get 8 out of 10, which was a great score given my prior performance at this match. So happy with that. Happy to walk away with some confidence in the rifle. Just needed to do a lot more testing, a lot more training, a lot more dope calibration, all that kind of stuff in the future. But let's see how it went.
Shooter ready?
Ready?
Stand by. 2, 1, engage.
I think that was an impact.
I want to say very right edge, maybe. It didn't move, but it was too far off right. It didn't move. It already moved. Back.
I'll try and hit it better next time.
Yeah, put it in the edge.
That was the bottom.
That was me.
Get back.
Get back. Get back.
Get back.
Looking right edge to left edge. Get back. Edge again.
Get back. I couldn't see this quick. Like, I gotta go to the big one, I gotta get something. No, I'm with you.
Get back. When switched on you.
So overall, not a great match for me score-wise, but again, this was a learning experience, a learning opportunity, and learned what I needed to learn, and more importantly, learned what I needed to work on before a bigger match that was coming up the following week. So post down in the comments below if you scored better than me at this month's Course of Fire. You probably did. And yeah, I think my, again, strategies were sound. I've been doing this long enough that I kind of have an idea what works for me. Hopefully some of those skills translate and help you, score more points and get into better positions, get more stable, all that kind of stuff. I just didn't have the data on my rifle, which is kind of unfortunate because you feel bad. But again, learned what I needed to learn. Took all that information, did a couple range days in during the week, and next weekend went and participated in a much bigger match. It was a air rifle only match, and was able to walk away with 2 silver medals at Extreme Bench Rest. So I figured something out in between this match and the match that happened the next week, Extreme Bench Rest. So 4-day match, lots of different events. Was able to walk away with 2 silver medals, and we'll be going over that in the future. So if you want to stick around and see some air rifle content, we're bringing the Ruger back for some rimfire content. Don't worry, the CZs aren't going anywhere. There'll be more content like that. Lots of stuff down the pipe. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. I'm having tons of fun with the air rifle. Any day you get to send lead down range is a good day in my book. So thanks for sticking in. Thanks for sticking with the channel, and hopefully get some more frequent video uploads here for you shortly. If there's anything you want to know, any questions you want to ask, leave them down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and keep notifications enabled because there's some really cool stuff, again, coming down the pipeline. And until I see you next time, as always, score more points.